Hello, gracious viewers, and welcome to Cinema Scene. Today we present three adventurous fantasy films, Labyrinth, Legend, and The Neverending Story. Directed by renowned Muppets creator and Oscar nominee Jim Henson, Labyrinth, released in 1986, features stellar performances by future Oscar winner Jennifer Connelly, pop star David Bowie, and the amazing work of numerous puppeteers. Sarah, a 15-year-old girl played by Connelly, is at the center of this enchanting tale. As a teenager, Sarah wants respect and attention from her parents, yet is still preoccupied with acting out fantasies and playing dress-up. The tale opens with Sarah reciting lines from one of her favorite books called The Labyrinth. Swept up in her imagination, she loses track of time and arrives home late, much to her stepmother's dismay. Sarah is left to look after her baby stepbrother, Toby, while her father and stepmother go out. Feeling both resentful and self-righteous, Sarah angrily recites lines from The Labyrinth to Toby, finally uttering the phrase, "I wish the goblins would come and take you away right now."
Goblin King, wherever you may be, take this child of mine far away from me.
Therefore, Toby mysteriously disappears from his crib. The cunning Goblin King Jareth, played excellently by Bowie, reveals himself to her and explains that he did just as she wished by taking Toby away. Sarah begs Jareth to return Toby, ignoring bribes offered by the tricky king. Though Jareth wants to keep Toby and turn him into a goblin, he agrees to give him back if Sarah can reach his castle within 13 hours. In order to do so, she will have to successfully navigate his labyrinth. In this elaborate maze, nothing is quite as it seems. Along her quest to save Toby, Sarah gains the trust and friendship of various unique and amiable creatures that, like the rest of the labyrinth, are not what they appear to be.
Help!
What do you mean, help? We are helping.
We're helping hands.
You're hurting.
Would you like us to let go?
With an artfully designed set, colorful characters, and a rich soundtrack complete with many compositions and performances by David Bowie, Labyrinth is a truly charming film. Audiences will appreciate Jim Henson's message to keep one's inner child alive while trusting in the power of kindness and imagination. Cinema Scene will be right back with two more fantasy movies, so please keep your dial tuned to Supreme Master Television.
I don't want that thing back in my mouth.
Come on, I want to knock.
Doesn't want his ring back in his mouth, eh? Can't say I blame him.
Sorry.
That's all right, I'm used to it.
Welcome back to Cinema Scene. In a world of unicorns and fairies, the Lord of Darkness wants ultimate reign and will stop at nothing to destroy sunshine and goodness. In Legend, a group of unlikely heroes must unite to defend their precious world. Released in 1985, the movie garnered numerous makeup and special visual effects accolades, including an Oscar nomination. Directed by the renowned Sir Ridley Scott, it stars Oscar nominee Tom Cruise as the forest recluse Jack, Emmy winner Tim Curry as the Lord of Darkness, and the talented Mia Sara as Princess Lily. In order to carry out his plan, the Lord of Darkness summons his goblin minions to bring him the unicorn's horns. Once he destroys this symbol of light, he will bring about eternal gloom for all. Nearby in an enchanted forest, a free-spirited Princess Lily visits her woodland acquaintances. Her close friend Jack invites her to see the sacred unicorns. Since the unicorns are pure and will only appear in the presence of innocence, the goblins follow the young couple in hopes of being led to the magical creatures. Sure enough, the unicorns soon appear in front of Princess Lily and Jack. Transfixed by their grace and beauty, the princess ventures out in the open to touch them, despite Jack's warnings against it. Her actions cause a series of unfortunate events, and the goblins are able to capture one of the divine creature's horns. With the fall of one of the unicorns, the world becomes engulfed in a fierce and icy storm. The Lord of Darkness manages to capture both the princess and remaining unicorn. Jack, along with some interesting companions, bravely journeys to stop the Lord of Darkness from his destructive plans. Can Jack and his friends rescue the princess and unicorn in time before darkness befalls their world forever? Legend reminds audiences that heroes can come in unlikely shapes and sizes, as long as the heart is pure and innocent.
Keep them coming, fellas! Oh, check this out! Yes, sir! You see? You just can't cheat me!
Our final feature is The Neverending Story. The movie adaptation of Michael Ende's novel is a childhood favorite that still resonates in hearts of audiences, both young and old. Released in 1984 and directed by Wolfgang Petersen, The Neverending Story introduces viewers to a magnificent world called Fantasia, where the power of imagination is celebrated. The film has won several international awards for its production and acting. The protagonist is a young boy named Bastien, played by Barrett Oliver. One day, after being chased by bullies before school, Bastien hides in a bookstore. The owner is reading a book titled The Neverending Story. Bastien borrows the book and brings it to school, where he hides in the attic to read it. Bastien soon becomes intrigued by the story and its eccentric creatures. The land of Fantasia is being consumed by an evil cloud called the Nothing, which leaves literally nothing but a void in its path. The Empress of Fantasia, portrayed by Tammy Stronach, is the only one with the power to help, but she has fallen very ill. A young boy and warrior named Atreyu, played by Noah Hathaway, is summoned to help find a cure for the Empress and ultimately determine Fantasia's fate. As he sets out on his quest, Atreyu uses the powerful medallion, Auron, bestowed upon him to keep his courage and continue forth. Along the way, Atreyu meets Falkor, the lovable luck dragon. Bastien follows Atreyu's adventures with deep interest and concern for this magical world. The closer that Atreyu gets to finding a cure for the Empress, the more Bastien realizes that he, the reader, may have a larger role in Fantasia's fate than he could have ever imagined. Will he have enough confidence in himself to help save Fantasia? The Neverending Story is a great film for the whole family, full of fantastical fun. Labyrinth, Legend, and The Neverending Story are all exciting films that will kindle your inner innocence and imaginative spirit. Blessed viewers, it was a pleasure having you with us for today's cinema scene. Now please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for Vegetarianism, the Noble Way of Living, coming up next after Noteworthy News. May aesthetic delights fill your days with true beauty and divine love.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/CS.